Alright, today it's Wednesday, 5th of October 2022, fuel system upgrade. I don't know if I can say from which car is that, to which car is gonna be installed. That's why you're gonna have only fuel system upgrade, nothing more, nothing less. Now, let's see what parts I have now in front of me. I have some good quality pipes that I like it because they're not rubber and it's not flexible. It's like it might be Teflon, I don't know exactly. It's a PTFE, I think. Anyhow, it's good quality pipes, all right, supporting petrol and ethanol, no problem. We have a stock fuel pump here. No need anything from that, I'll just bring it inside. We have two types of relays. This relay, if I'm not mistaken, it's not written on it. It's supposed to be 20 to 40 amperes. If I adjust for the cables, 20 amperes. Yep. These are 75 amperes. These relays, you're gonna use it depends what pump you're gonna put inside and what cables you're gonna put. You don't want to start burning the cables because these are big relays. You're not gonna choose, let us say, this type of cable with this relay. It doesn't make any sense because the cable is gonna catch up fire. All right, this cable, by the way, it's for the level. It's a different story. I'm just giving an example. All right. I'm not saying that it's gonna be on that. So it depends what pumps has inside and how much amperes they're cycling the pumps. Usually you're putting the 20 ampere relay here with one fuse per relay. All right, to be safe. You see that has two fuses here, the housing. All right, now 75 ampere, you have to put a pump, this big pump to suck 75 ampere. You know, you have to put the big terminals, big cables, thick. Most probably I'm not gonna use these relays. All right, we're gonna see about that. Some fittings here, some plugs here, fine. Fuel regulator, the pressure gauge for the fuel regulator. This, it's supposed to be the light, might be wrong. This is supposed to be the light for the level, the fuel level. What does mean that one? If the fuel level on the surge tank, it goes minimum and it's critical, that means you're gonna start sucking air, you're gonna trigger a light that will gonna inform you that there is a problem, let us say, with a low pressure pump and it cannot fill up the surge tank, or you have high demand of fuel and this pump, it's not capable of filling up, let us say, the surge tank. I hope that makes sense. Now, you have always, when you're under throttle, under load, full throttle, the level inside the surge tank is gonna start dropping down because you supply with a single pump, double pump with a bigger outlet. Fine, makes sense. I think what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say. So you have some seconds until it comes to critical position. Usually it's gonna be enough. This, how much this? This 4 liters? Is the gallon this one? I have no clue if it's a gallon or not. I have to check the specs. It might be a gallon, 3 liters, 4 liters, something like that. So imagine, let us say that you are pushing the car, a rolling race or dragster or whatever. For the seconds that you need to finish the race, it's more than enough. Now to start pushing from here and to make a trip 200 kilometers without removing your foot from the accelerator to pedal, this will gonna come empty. You're gonna trigger the light. Fine. Once again, it's not gonna be enough the stock pump to supply with the fuel the double pump that has here. And the flow that need and the, yeah, I hope that makes sense what I said. Then we have here some cables, all right, wiring. Yep, that's how it looks like. Some connectors, some fittings here, some clamps. Forget the clamps because I'm crimping the lines. I'm not using clamps. What I don't like on these connectors, there's no problem. It's a good quality connector, but I'm not gonna use it for a fuel. Why? Because with this, you destroy the flow. Me personally, all right? Some other people, they're using it. It's fine, it's okay. Me personally, I'm not using this type of connectors. What I mean by that, I'm not gonna even open it from the nylon. This is a 90-degree connector. That means if you sit down, it's been drilled this way, and then it's been drilled this way, and here is a 90 degrees, all right? This is not good for the flow. You're gonna have pressure, you're gonna build up pressure, but for the flow, it's not gonna help you. Me, usually, I'm using either, if I have to use a 90 degrees, this one, that has a smooth curve. It doesn't have sharp corner, it's not 90 degrees, or my favorite, it's the straight one that does have any effect on the flow. The second opinion, the second option, it's the 45 degrees, smooth, all right? The third option, it's the 90 degrees. If you don't have any other option, this is not an option, for me at least. I'm not using this. You can use this, let us say, on the pressure, you can use this on the hydraulic, let us say, yeah, but me usually, with this what I'm dealing with, straight, 45 and 90. I explain this for the flow. I don't care if it comes a little bit more high. I do care to don't sacrifice flow, because at the end of the day you try to make upgrade. You're trying to upgrade the pump, not to have problems. You need to run as better as possible. Now, the low pressure pump, you're gonna fill the surge tank from here, the supply. Towards the supply. Alright. Inside it can have up to 3 pumps. I believe that the owner he's gonna run 2 pumps. Alright. This one is the return. This is the pump outlet. That means both pumps, they're pumping through this. This is supposed to be 10 millimeters and this is supposed to be 8 millimeters. If I'm not mistaken. This looks like 8, this looks like a 10. If I remember right. Okay. So I have a different opinion about that. I'm gonna explain in a while. Alright. But for the power output that he is planning to do the customer, it's gonna be enough. I'm gonna explain later on. So the overflow is not gonna be usable in this application for the simple reason. The stock pump has a fuel filter, integrated fuel filter, and has a fuel regulator inside. So when you are pushing from the fuel pump to the surge tank, you're gonna fill it up and you're gonna maintain, let us say, 5 bar of fuel pressure. This is supposed to be, let us say, even if there was not a surge tank, it's gonna be controlled from the ECU, from the fuel pump controller, all right, as it's working from the factory. And we're gonna make sure that the surge tank, you're gonna have always, let us say, 5-6 bar. It depends how much they set it up. You're gonna be happy from the point the ECU is gonna be happy. He'll gonna control. He'll gonna think that he's pushing fuel to the rail. He doesn't see the ECU, the surge tank. That's what I'm talking about. So the surge tank need to have always 5 bar inside, 5-6 bar. How much it's the setup? Let us say on the map. All right. That's why I'm saying that the overflow, forget it. It will gonna be blocked. Now, from the pump out, we said the supply it's here. The pump outlet here, it's gonna go front, all right, to the rail or to the high pressure pump. All right, it's gonna go through the regulator, and then from the regulator, it's gonna come here to return down here. All right. Now, from the regulator, you can adjust it, let us say, at 6 bar, 7 bar, 8 bar, let us say, of fuel pressure. It doesn't matter because this is gonna be different system. That means this one, you're gonna make sure to maintain 5 bar, let us say, here inside. Example, it's set up on the ECU that it requires 5 bar all the time. All right. So you're gonna make sure the fuel pump controller, the pump, to give 5 bar. Fine. Then from this one to front, you can adjust the regulator how much you want. But what's the catch? You're never gonna be able to go less than 5 bar. Less than how much it's set up. Let us say this pump. It doesn't matter. That means from one point and down, if you are unscrewing, let us say, to lose pressure, you're not going to be able to go pressure because you're going to have the supply that's going to give more. If it makes any sense, what I'm saying. Because also the return is going to be connected here, and this is going to be under pressure. So it doesn't matter if you have a return, because you're going to have pressure here, you're going to have pressure also here from both sides. I hope that you get what I'm saying. Now, what is going to be the ideal for me? Let me open the lid because I want to see the lid. All right. And to be honest with you, now it's good chance, like the water methanol, that it's emptying, let us say, the tank, it's gonna be good. This cable head's working. You're giving, let us say, ground here, ground here. You have one positive already on the light, ignition on, and then the ground you connect it from the other side. So what's happening? When this closes circuit, you're gonna turn on the light. Fine. you can put one small relay and you can connect it on the map sensor. So when it comes the light on, what is going to happen? You're going to disconnect, let us say, from the map sensor the signal of the map sensor. You're going to give you a check engine, and you're not going to leave the car to boost. Only if you have, even with external, you're going to run. Either with external, no, it's not going to run with external. The external is going to be mechanical. The boost solenoid is controlling the upper side of the external. Oh boy. No, with external it's not going to work. You're going to just have a check engine. It might save you, let us say, from ignition timing and the cam adjusters to play from that to kill the boost. If it doesn't see the boost, the ECU. That's a different story. So it is a fail-safe, let us say, to get the signal, to put one small relay and connect it, cut the signal, let us say, from the map sensor, connect it through the relay through the signal here, the ground, and when it's triggered, when it closes the circuit, to turn on this light and open, let us say, the circuit for the map sensor for a fail-safe. Yep, alright, let me open it to see something inside, and I'm gonna explain why. I will gonna like better, instead of having one outlet 10 millimeters, to have two outlets 8 millimeters, like this. That means how much, let us say, the outlet from the pump, from the fitting of the pump, it's, let us say, the end diameter is 7.8 millimeters. That's how much I want to come out. 7.8, 7.8, all of them, all around, all the way, alright, and to have two outlets, not a single one. But that's me. Since the customer, he told me that, you know what, no, I'm happy with a single outlet, and they're making 1000 horsepower, other guys, with a single outlet, this is how I'm gonna connect it probably. Less headache for me, faster, I'm not gonna have to run two pipes. Yeah. I'm gonna explain what I mean. Let me open the lid here. Just I wanna see what pumps has inside to see which relays and which cables we should use. I don't think so that we can put a big pump here inside. It will gonna be big, but it's not gonna be more than 20 amperes. Yeah. Yay, I was thinking that there was only two pumps. There are three pumps. Yeah, you're gonna tell me it makes sense, right? Yeah, it does make sense. Now, alright. This with 20 amperes is running. I know that. I have run these pumps with 20 ampere before without any problem, and you see also the cables, the thickness of the cable, how much it is, how it looks like. Now, we're gonna be better to don't have any connection here and to be direct on the terminals. Yes, for me at least. But that's me. It doesn't mean that's wrong, it's not wrong, I'm just saying. That direct, to have like this, solder it, and put direct on the terminals. I'm gonna like it better. I'm not gonna touch it, I'm just saying. Now, the level. For me it looks like it's more high than it's supposed to be. You can make it even more down, because the suction is here. It's, you know, okay, it's not good, let us say, to put it down here, obviously, but it can be here. Because this, as soon as it drops, let us say, the fuel at this point, it's not critical, you see? I mean, what's that? The 1/3? This is the 1/3 of the surge tank. And with the stock pump behind to supply the surge tank with the fuel, definitely you're gonna fall down here. You know, if it was down here, at least at 25% here, in 1/4 or 1/3 from the bottom, to trigger, let us say, when it reaches the fuel level at this point, it's critical, then I believe it makes sense. That's what I believe. But once again, that's me. Alright. Nothing to see here. The O-ring is here. It's fine. Yeah. Need to pay attention here on the O-ring to don't destroy it. Yeah, I need both hands. Let me close by again. I don't want to say anything else here. This is a silicone pipe. What is that? Oh no, it's okay. It's not flexible. Alright. This is a good one. It's a good one. Alright, so two things that are gonna make it different. Like I said, from my side, this will not gonna have a connector. It's gonna be direct on the terminals. Alright, and the leveler here, it's supposed to be more down for me. Alright, let's close by again. Alright, I close back again the lid. All right. Now, the pumps that you saw inside, it's like these pumps, like this pump. All right. As far as I know, this pump has a non-return valve, has a check valve. That means, what I mean by that, if you activate, let us say, one pump or two pumps, you're not gonna bleed inside through the number 3 pump. If you activate, let's say, the number 1, number 3, you're not gonna bleed through the number 2. That's what I know. And actually, this is how it's working also, this pump. This has a check valve. That means if it's shut down, if there is a pressure here, I'm not gonna bleed down here. All right, it's very easy. I can put there and I can show you, but trust me on that. This is how it works, at least this pump, and I hope to be the same with this pump. All right, because why? Because if you want to activate all 3 pumps, I need another one relay and another one housing for the fuse, like this. All right, and it will gonna run with this relay and this fuse, not with that. This goes back to the customer in the box. All right, this is supposed to be if you want to change the pumps inside with the connectors. That's the primary filters that it doesn't fit inside probably. All right, this way it came out, I don't know. All right, keep it there. Maybe they give you an option to use this one. Yeah, all right. Oops, shit. Open this piece of, 1 second to clean this one. What need to get out? I need to get out this. All right, and the 2 relays for now. This and this, and the stock low pressure pump need to go out. No need to be here inside anymore. All right, now since I removed some parts from the table and I have some space, let's start drawing. Me and Pablo Picasso. All right, you're gonna see. I'm gonna make first a drawing to don't waste your time. All right, to explain how I'm gonna be connected this. All right, and how I'm gonna connect it with a different way if I had the chance, but not now. Not in this case. In this case, I'm gonna follow the owner's instructions as he wants to be connected. All right, exactly what he told me. Just to make sure to don't have any fuel leak, to be correct crimped, to be the cables, the relays, the fuses properly installed, to don't have any headache, to don't catch up fire. On the fuel system setup, I'm the one who's in charge for that. I'm not leaving for a Omar or Nufu or electrician. The same thing with the engines and transmissions. All right, to don't have any headache because we're talking about the fuel. All right, and again, it's not for daily use, it's not a street use, it's for a racing application. All right, okay. And this is how it's gonna be the setup. We're gonna go step by step. All right, it's missing the fuel regulator here, and I'm gonna explain why, and you're gonna see actually why. All right, you have the low pressure fuel pump here. All right, with an inner diameter of 7 millimeters. Fine, that's the fitting. All right, it moves here. It goes to the source tank to the supply. That the supply, the inner diameter is 7.8 millimeters. I'm just mentioning, nothing wrong with that. All right, so low pressure pump, let us say that the set point is at 5 bar, the source tank has inside 5 bar. That's the return, that it's open for now, 7.8 millimeters, the return. That's the outlet with the inner diameter of 10 millimeters. Fine. Now, on the car, currently, there is one aftermarket fuel filter on the inlet of the high pressure fuel pump and on the inlet on the T that has here for the low pressure fuel injectors. All right, that's the fuel rail with the low pressure fuel injectors. So the car is 5 cylinders, but just put 4 injectors. It's fine. I cancel 1 cylinder. All right. Now, where can you put the fuel regulator? Where you're gonna be able to install it? Either you're gonna install it here, or you're gonna install it here, or you're gonna install it here, or you're gonna install it here. Any of these positions, for me, it's not ideal, if you like. I don't like the fact that, let us say, from 5 bar, from 10 millimeters, you're going to 8 millimeters, and then to 7 millimeters, let us say, because what I have done in the past, I have get the high pressure fuel pump, I have cut I have removed the fitting, and I have increased the fitting to be the same with the fuel line. The same thing also with the fuel rail. That's a different story. Then, how much pressure you're gonna give? You're gonna give 6 bar, let us say, with the fuel regulator, from 5 bar to 6 bar, and then you're gonna struggle at the end. You're gonna be at 7 millimeter inlet. You're gonna tell me, see, you can maximize one pump, then you're putting another pump to don't drop the pressure, and you're gonna achieve the same results. to get more flow, you need either more pressure or you need more diameter pipe. All right, either you're gonna keep the same pressure, let's say 6 bar, but with a bigger pipe, and to have pumps behind to support. Because if you make one pipe like this, yeah, on idle you might have a 6 bar, but as soon as you're gonna accelerate, you're gonna fall down the pressure direct. All right, so do I like this system? No, I don't like it. I'm not saying anything about the quality. I'm not saying anything about the pumps. Don't misunderstand. Don't start on the comments. And I have also problem with the company. I have used this company before. There is no problem at all. I'm just saying that there is another way. What I didn't like I said earlier, honestly, I didn't like that there is an electrical connector inside. I would like to see the terminals direct to these terminals. All right, to don't have another connector and then connection here. That's what I don't like, and I don't like the leveler. That's what I said only. All right, fine. That's it. You're not relying. It's not, let us say, by having the leveler there. I explained earlier that you're using that much. Then you're gonna trigger the light. As soon as you're gonna see the light, what are you gonna do? You're gonna keep pushing the car? No, you're gonna stop pushing the car. Obviously, fine. So, nothing wrong. Again, nothing wrong. All right. No need boost reference. It's different system here. It's not. Yes, it's different system. Then you have to deal also with the pulses of the high pressure pump. This is the second illustration that I'm gonna make. This is the first illustration. You can call me Picasso. All right. I don't like this setup. I'm gonna show you how I will gonna connect it. If it was my setup, it was my car, and if I'm gonna get the same parts. Nothing wrong with that. All right. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. With a difference, I'm not gonna have a single output. I'm gonna like, let us say, to have double output. Or let us say not one per pump, because the third one, where are you going to connect it? Oh, there is a way to connect also the third one. There is a way to connect also the third one. You're going to see now. Let me make my drawing again. Let's change a little bit this. All right. Keep this in mind. We're going to see how it's going to be my setup. That you're going to fix it once for all. To don't have any headache, to don't have to go back there again, to don't have to do nothing. And this will gonna be my setup. If it was mine, I'm not gonna choose with the 3 pumps, I'm gonna choose with 2 pumps. And you're gonna see why. Alright? Low pressure pump to the supply of the surge tank, classic like the previous one. Alright? Then you have 3 outlets. On this one, unfortunately, it will gonna be much better to have 2 outlets, because it's gonna be more than enough for this application, for this setup. Alright? Now we have 3 outlet, all right, with the inner diameter not 10 millimeters, 7.8. Fine. One outlet, it goes through the fuel filter and it goes to the high pressure pump. The other outlet, it goes through the fuel filter and it goes to the fuel injectors here, to the fuel rail, to the low pressure fuel injectors. All right. Between these two, there is one T here, another one T here, that's gonna be 4.5 millimeters. 4.5 millimeters. Why? This is to equalize the pressures in both systems. All right. It's not about flowing. It will gonna flow. It will gonna help. Which pump for each system? It's more than enough for the specific application. All right. It's this system. It's like, imagine that you have 2 stock fuel pumps, one for the high pressure fuel pump and the one for the low pressure fuel injectors. All right. So you have one T here, another one T here, and one in the middle that is going to be the inner diameter 4.5 millimeters. 4.5 millimeters, like I said, to equalize only the pressure. If it has to give to some system, it can transfer from here. It's going to be minimum, and it's going to help with the pulses of the high pressure fuel pump. Don't forget about that. All right, it's going to be much difficult, let's say, to pass the pulses that creating the high pressure fuel pump through the T, through 90 degrees, and through a 4.5 millimeter inner diameter pipe, than to go the pulses back. All right, so we're not going to bother the low pressure fuel injection. Fine. Then from this T with the 4.5 millimeters, you're going to be a fitting that you're going to go all the way around to the fuel pressure regulator on this side. I'm talking about. I put the return. I put it up, all right. Obviously, it looks like this, the fuel regulator, on my special drawing here. So the return, it's come here from the T. It goes like that. It goes here. The other fuel pump in this case, I put it from the other side. Will it gonna work? Yes, it will gonna work. Then, because these communicate, this like one, all right? You can tell me here you have a 4.5 millimeters. Once again, no need the third pump. It's overkill, all right? And then from the fuel pressure regulator, from the middle one, it goes back to the short tank here to dump the fuel that you don't need, and that's it. And all this adjustment, let us say, it's happening also inside the fuel tank because there is a pressure regulator inside, and you don't have any problem. You don't have to return the fuel in the tank. If you make the mistake and you fix on the lid, let us say, a return line on the fuel pump, on the original fuel pump, what will gonna happen? The short tank will gonna come empty. You're never gonna be full. You're never gonna fill up. You are returning on the short tank, and then the extra fuel, it's adjusting the low pressure fuel pump inside the tank. By doing this, you're not disturbing that much the fuel inside the tank, so the charcoal canister, it's easier his job to do it, all right? The low pressure fuel pump, it's working classic, all right? Instead of supplying the high pressure fuel pump and the low pressure fuel injection, it's supplying the short tank, and everybody happy. Like I said, if it was on my hand, it's gonna be 2 pumps only, with 2 filters. You see here, I didn't even put a filter. 2 outlets, 7.8, continue there, and everybody happy. But that's me. Some people, they say, why to pass 2 lines from all these things? It's 7.8. It's similar, let us say, to push front 110 millimeter inner diameter pipe, like how it's gonna be this one. To me, at least, the same. But that's me. Now, do we have the car here to see where we're gonna support it? We have to fix a plate down because direct on the car, it need to be safe, it need to be secured, need to put all the bolts, need to install all the bolts, and you need to install also rubber in case of any accident, hit the wood, all right? Yep. I don't know if the car is here. This is what I have to say, all right? Just to be clear, it's not gonna be connected like that. Obviously, it's gonna be only single line. Then we're gonna see how we're gonna put the. Yeah, I said where we're gonna put the regulator. Yeah, that's it. That's the first part. Second part, when it comes to the car and when we're gonna start installing, and when I'm gonna find fittings. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. No, it's okay, it's fine. From the fuel tank to the short tank, yeah, I have fittings. I have fittings for that, yeah. No, it's fine, it's okay. That's it for now. That's the first part. If you agree or disagree with this, honestly, I don't care. I don't care at all. I have made, I don't know how many fuel systems. All right, always what I was doing, I had the maximum flow, correct pressure, it was not dropping down. Whenever I solve a problem with a fuel system, I solve it once for all. It's gonna be overkill, let us say, yes. It's gonna be much better, let us say, for later on, yes. If you need anything later on, you're gonna have it. You're not gonna have to touch it again, let us say, only maintenance and nothing more. Now, we're gonna work fine if you connect only one outlet. Again, for this output, what he's planning the customer, yes, it will gonna be fine. It's been tested. What I believe that's better, it's different thing. It's my opinion, right? I might be wrong, like I said. That's it. I'm not making the video to ask for opinions. I make the video just to explain to the customer, to the owner, how I'm gonna make it if it was mine. Fine, fair enough. That's it. Thank you very much. By the way, man, I need another one. Fuse box, not fuse box. One fuse and another one relay because there are 3 pumps. Or if you don't want to use one pump, just let me know. Thank you. Sorry, you can go even further than this. You can change the fitting here. You can remove completely the original one, all right? To don't be like this, all right? To be with the threads, to put on the fuel rail fitting like this, all right? That will have exactly the same inner diameter like the output, all right? And you can make the same thing also in the high pressure fuel pump. It's been done this before. To have clean 7.8 millimeter diameter in diameter pipe. To don't have to go, let us say, the flow. Where I have the marker? To don't have to travel, let us say, the fuel through this pipe, and then the pipe it goes bigger, and then the pipe it's smaller, it comes smaller like this. You don't want this kind of stuff. You're warming up the fuel, except that you are returning, you have return, so you're gonna warm up even further the fuel. You don't want to have this difference. And like I said also before, for the fitting, it's different to have a fitting that the fuel, it has to pass through literally 90 degrees path, and different to have this type. Makes sense, I think, right? Now that's the end. Thank you. I make a mistake. And I was trying to take care of the parts, to take it out from here, and I was looking at the LED here, and I see it's green. To me, it makes sense to be red, let us say, in case that you're gonna come low the fuel inside the short tank, to inform you that, it's red, it's dangerous, But it's not like that. How it's working? It's working other way around. What does mean that one? When the short tank is full, you have a green light. When, you see I'm holding it other way around, upside down, alright? When it goes low, it's turning off the light. Okay. This is supposed to be visible on the driver to know what's going on, alright? Yeah, alright. And this I don't like it. To be the leveler in the middle, alright? Don't be in one third, to be in 2/4, 50%, in the half, to be the leveler, to have a red light, so when it reaches there, to flash on the driver, a red light in his face, and understand that, what, hey, the short tank, it comes empty, stop pushing the car. Now, what's the principle that you have, let us say, like this, you're green, you're good to go, and then when it's shut down, when it turn off, it start dropping down. Okay, again, that's my opinion, alright? Maybe they know better than me, these guys. They have a reason, let us say, that they put it how they put it. I respect, it's a company that they know what they're doing. I might be wrong. Just for me, it doesn't look logical. Yeah, okay, alright. It is what it is. Let them take care. Now that's the end. Let them take care about these things. Yeah, and it's the responsibility to the guy who will gonna install it, by the way. How it's gonna be installed. Just saying. Fine. Yeah. What to say, what to do. How you will gonna invert. Yeah, anyhow. Yeah, thank you very much. Bye.